welcome to Love Them Knives channel. Going to talk about the Grunt. Ooh, this is a working man's OTF, right? But I just wanted to let you know, you got Tac Knives. You got two different websites that these guys run. And these knives ship to me out of Miami. So I think that's their deal, right? I've run into them at several of the blade shows. Real nice young guy. You can check out. I'll put the links to all the Takcom videos I've done, including Atlanta Blade Show. I'll put them down below, and you can check them out. All the different OTFs. The Nighthawk's probably my favorite because it's the biggest and it's a dagger blade. But then they have knives in bayonet blade. This is sheep's foot. The Grunt here comes just in sheep's foot and drop point because this is really intended by him and what he says on his site to be really kind of a first responder working knife, okay? And you can tell that they've got the seatbelt cutter in here as well. So you kind of get that. And then a place to put a lanyard, okay, so you could have it in your pocket and be able to pull it out real easy. Deep carry pocket clip, right or left hand. Of course, this is anodized aluminum. And this is M390, which these are the first few knives that they're making in M390. I knew they were headed that direction previously, and these are OEM'd by Bestech knives, okay? Now, eventually, their dream, according to their website, says that they would like to make knives in the USA. Okay, but right now, their premium series of knives are made by Bestech, and so it's M390. Before it was 154 cm, and they were running around 150, 170, and then these are a little over 200. But you know what? They're M390 and they're nice. Here's your play. If you can see, it's not easy to see. If you can see really close. The further out you get, the more profoundly you feel any little play. But, I've got Microtech knives that come through here for my website all the time. I got a pre-owned knives website. People send knives all the time to put on my website, right? So when I check them in, I take them out and I check blade play and other things when I check them in. And I've owned a bunch of different OTF Microtechs, okay? This is right there with that. I'd say they're about the exact same. No real appreciable difference, okay? So, other than if you had the G&G, the Hawk, which is a whole different operating system. It has zero blade play. Mostly the knives like Heretic and others have about the exact same amount of blade play, which they got to have some because of the way their systems operate. But, okay, now, this is interesting that they don't make this in a dagger, or they don't make this, okay, so it's not bad, okay, in a bayonet blade. And, it's a good size handle. It's kind of a size of a handle. Well, you're seeing that they're limiting what they can do here because of this. So it's adding to the length of the handle, and you can't really add to the length of the blade. So this might be not far off of what a Nighthawk would be at like a 3.5-inch blade, but this is a 3-inch blade, okay? So this, whether you get it in this sheep's foot or if you get it in the drop point, you're getting a 3-inch blade, and they're saying it's 3. Now here, you tell me, okay? So I'm calling that 3.25 there to that bolster, 3.15 there, whatever. Okay, so, and overall 8.25 at about 21 centimeters, right? So, and if you want to see like the draw point, and I'll give you the link to their site. He's a young guy. He's doing really well. I mean, his ultimate goal is to probably make him, I mean, as he says on his site, in the USA. But I mean, he wanted to raise the bar from where he started years ago, you know, the swap meet thing out at the flea markets and people selling, you know, gas station OTFs and stuff like that. Okay. Now, he has Tac Knives, which are like D2 or whatever lower grade steels, and they're not bad knives. They're good little users and stuff, and many times they're at $50, maybe 75 down to well below $50 each. And okay, and they may be a combination of like some zinc alloy handles and stuff, so they're not as light as the aluminum, etc. And then you got Takcom, which the Takcom stuff is a different website. And so I put the link to both in case you want to check out the others. I mean, they can be interesting, and I do have a couple of them myself that I bought on sale, and really they're not bad at all. Okay, they're D2 though. So this is a stone wash blade, but these are definitely higher end, and you can tell that just by operating them, using them, everything. Yeah, just everything about them is nice. And so I think these are competitive with anybody in the market. The problem is, you know, I mean, I bought, what did I get, the Daytona Microtech, and that was 300 and something, and then my Heretic Cleric 2 was, holy crap, 400 and something. So, I mean, these seem to all of a sudden be a bargain. And, you know, I've had these Takcom knives now for probably a year, and I haven't had, actually, I've never had one misfire, but I intentionally did that because I gave a couple of them away to my nephews at Christmas that they're already past college age and everything. They're in a state where it's legal. But I was going, you know, if they won't penetrate this and that, because they don't really know that much about OTFs. And if they do, then you can just pull them, you know, you can pull them back, you know, on the track. Here they are. They have failed, right? And you just pull them back on the track. They're fine, okay? So I was just trying to show that to them. It's like, it's not going to punch through whatever you do. They're not set up to do that. They lock in place when they come out, okay? And they lock when they go back. But, so if you accidentally, you know, the blade falls out, you just pull it back on track, and you're good to go, okay? So, but I think they're solid. You got good traction here. And let me see, the Grunt, $229.95, okay? And I'll let you know if I have any discount codes or anything. You can check below with the link down there, that kind of thing. And you can get draw pointer, sheep's foot, etc. And then this gives you the information. They're saying 3.07. I really think it's a little longer blade length than that, but it just depends on where you want to measure to up against which part of the bolster. And then the blade hardness, they're saying 59 to 60. What my testing experience has been with Bestech is pretty much 60. So I don't remember a 59 or any of that, but I mean, and I'm sure they're probably, I mean, when I was testing Bestech, it was probably 3 years ago or more, so I have a feeling you're going to be closer to 60, and that's fine. As far as I'm concerned, that's technically in the green zone, etc. If you want a 62 Rockwell knife or you want a 64, go to a custom knife maker and have him do it. M390 is tough to do in production batches. So, okay, aluminum alloy, stone wash, hard anodizing, you know, etc., etc. So, there's where you go with that. You know what? Let's just chunk this around a little bit and see 0.47. So, actually, it looks kind of thick, doesn't it? For pocket carry, but it's no thicker than this, your paramilitary 2, which seems thinner, but when you measure it, no, it's the same thickness. So it's not that thick. It's pretty grippy. The Parrot 2 is like 3.6 blade stock. This is more like 3 even. Yeah, this is like 3mm even. So there's that. Okay, so pretty nice, pretty sturdy, feels good, pretty positive feel. You know, it's not real tough to kick out. You know what I'm saying? It's just about where I like it. It's a good positive feel though. That fires, that shoots, bang. Okay. And you know what? I had a situation. I took one apart. Oh my God. And they have a little tiny spring that pushes that little piece that locks the thing in the open position, and it kicks back down to hold it in the closed position as well. And one of those little teeny springs, and I lost it. It popped out, went on the floor. I never found it. And so I messaged him, and he sent me some pieces, some extra parts. So, I mean, the fact that he's in the U.S., and I don't know but what he assembles these in the U.S., you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, he's got extra parts. So this is like, well, you're not lost. Even though it's made in China, I get that. But I was able to get some parts from him. I've got extra parts right to this day, actually, in a box. So, yeah, it's pretty solid. So Takcom, great guy. Check him out if you go to Atlanta or you go to like Blade West or, you know, Texas Blade. I think he's at all 3 of those. And I think he's going to be at SHOT Show, which I'm going to be at in just, I mean, you know, the 23rd of January, okay, 2024. So whew, I'll see him if he's there, you know. And there you got the seatbelt cutter. There's no striking for like glass breaking, which may be a little surprising, huh? Except maybe this corner or that corner could actually, I don't know. But I mean, you do have the switchable clip, seatbelt cutter, kind of a working Joe knife. Just thought I'd bring it to your attention, and it comes in a nice, you know, box. And here, oh, hold on. Yeah, crap. And oh, here it is. There you go. What do you think about that, Joe? You got all kinds of extra hardware in there that just came with it. Okay. So, I mean, I didn't get springs, but I'm sure those can be accessed. And it looks solid. The fit and finish is nice. The feel is good. It's just right where I want it. It's not too weak and it's not too strong, okay? Yeah, and the setup is like all the other OTFs. You could look at some of my other OTF disassemblies. It's got the carrier with the springs and all that kind of stuff. It's pretty standard stuff. These look like number 6s running up and down here, and obviously they all come through from the front, not the back. But it's comfortable in the hand. I mean, look at that. And how heavy is it? And then I'll let you go. But grams wise, 126. That's not much. What's that? 4.4 ounces? Let's see how far off I am. 4.46. Okay. Bingo. No, not heavy at all. Not heavy, not fat. It's cool, and that's that. Takcom. Or check out Tac Knives. They're less expensive. They got some pretty crazy stuff there as well. Good guy. Seems to be very responsive if you message him and you need any questions answered or you have any issues with the knives, he's there for you. Take care. We do love them knives, and you guys stay sharp.